the stuff you want.
Alright, awesome. Well, again, if you guys are just joining us now, this is the ESEA Intermediate Playoffs, round of 6 between Kawaii 5-0 and the Runaway 5. And
Kawaii 5-0 is on blue, and Runaway 5 is on red.
Correct. So I'm going to be checking out Control of Muffin on this first mid here.
Sounds good. Let's see what the man's got.
Alright, so yeah, Demo have a choice for either going bottom left, bottom right, or top. It looks like, I think most demos find that the top is most comfortable, but it looks like Control is going to go for that bottom left side there. We're having with decent health grab in the pack, and both demos actually went for the bottom left, and we do see here that the scouts are trying to take the high ground for Runaway 5. The soldiers now bombing in aggressively as Scarlet takes down Control of Muffin there. Red team doing really well on this point here, but the bomb coming in from Doggles takes down Overseer, and Duat's going to go down to Remedy, but it's still 3-on-3, anyone's game. More fragging classes alive for R5, but they're losing players now with the heal. Alchem takes down Zaylox. Only DJC really going to get finished off here by Alchem again. And that's going to be a nice cleanup. Alchem, what did you get, a 4K there?
3K or something, but yeah, I mean,
3K,
the scouts for Kawaii 5-0 just stayed alive that mid, and you know, scouts with a medic are just going to clean up anything if the other team doesn't have a medic. So even though there's like a demo and soldier or something alive for Runaway 5-0, scouts with a medic just like run around and clean it up easily, which they did. So now they have full Uber advantage, pushing in to 2 here.
Yeah, they're taking their time though, moving this along, and it looks like they're waiting for those respawners. Overseer trying to build quickly as she can at 65% now.
Yeah,
DBW needs to be moving it.
Yeah, she's actually getting that pretty close.
Looks like
she's probably going to get this to hold this.
Yeah, the Uber is going to be popped by Kawaii 5-0 on the second point, out the lunchbox there, but they don't find any players to kill. They're actually trying to chase the combo back into last there, but it looks like Doggle's going to go down in the upper lobby. Meanwhile, here comes Runaway 5 with that Uber to try and block the point. It's not going to be in time, but they pop the Uber anyway. Scarlet taking down Decimate. Control of Muffin going down here. R5 should be able to get this recapture. Looks like one of the soldiers, Remedy, trying to run away through the stairs here. He's going to be hiding a bit behind with half health. He's going to fight the 1v1 on the lunchbox there, but neither player goes down.
Whoops. Yeah,
oh,
he whipped a little bit on those rockets on stairs, but that's not exactly one of the easiest spots for soldier to shoot. No. And yeah, that was definitely just an error in judgment for Kawaii 5-0. I think they thought they had a little bit more time, and now Runaway 5 is going to be pushing the mid here with a player advantage, and Kawaii 5-0 is just falling out into their yard. It looks like that, yeah, they just lost both their scouts, so they're going to lose mid here. So that was really good by Runaway 5.
Yeah, they got both the scouts down for Kawaii 5-0, and Kawaii lost a couple too many players on that force. Looks like and Dog was going down as well. The huge bomb from both of the soldiers finished up here as well by Duat. Now looks like R5 turning the tides of this round here, grabbing the second point and looking to roll it into last now.
DBW needs to get this Uber. She's 95, or she's like 90%. It looks like she'll be able to get it.
Getting pretty close, but
yeah.
Again, Control of Muffin is just respawning now. No traps up, and here comes Runaway 5 on this push. The Heavy trying to hold that one off there, but Scarlet taking down the Roamer Remedy. Uber's pot for Kawaii 5-0. R5 with a better Uber, flashing a lot for both these teams. And here comes the aggressive DJC now to take down the Heavy. He's pushing up against that soldier down the right spawn door with the help of his scout. Downpour is going to go down, and they're all over the point, 4-on-4.
Yeah, they finally get it. I was crazy that round. Started out looking like it was going to be a roll for Kawaii 5-0 since they kept their medic up for middle, but they just were way too slow pushing into 2, and Runaway 5 made them pay for it, and ended up just pushing all the way back in like, what, a minute?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Super fast. Both these teams doing really well in transition and keeping the ball rolling. So we're approaching our second mid here. Looks like both demos, again, going for that bottom left, missing stickies onto each other, and looks like Controlled Muffin's going to hit one onto the scout. R5 coming out the bottom left side now. Both teams taking their crates, but again, Scarlet is getting very aggressive on the crates now. Decimate gonna go down to Downpour. Alchem down as well, so with no scouts alive for Kawaii 5-0, they're in a lot of trouble. Remedy dead as well, and looks like DBW have and the combo backed themselves out.
Yeah, I guess get out, but yeah, okay, she's able to make it out. So they'll have Uber, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to defend 2 with this, but Scarlet destroyed on that middle. He killed one of the scouts and then did about 100 damage to the second one. And yeah, Runaway 5's pushed into 2 here. DBW is not going to get Uber in time to stop this, so yeah, they have to give up 2 there. And wow, Runaway 5 just keep coming in. They force the Uber, but they do drop their Devilman in the process, so this is not a very good Uber for Runaway 5.
Yeah. That should have gone in Runaway 5's way because Control of Muffin was not alive there, but it looks like Kawaii Kawaii 5 trying to push into the second point here now. Soldiers on the upper battlements, trading rockets with each other. Zalak's gonna pick off Remedy, Scarlet, and Zalak's going down here though with 3 on 3. And DBW's gonna have to pull back with control of Muffin here. Not really the best repush there for them, but it's gonna even itself out. I guess it's not a bad decision by Kawaii 5 just to try and make it happen.
Oh, Runaway 5 is going to be coming in here without Uber, actually. They're just coming in. I think they're actually trying to feel it out. They might lose the Delman here, though. 4 HP. Yeah, he goes down, so we might see Kawaii 5 try and push back in here with the demo pick.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, they're moving that left side. Neither team has the Uber now, 60% on either team. And Duat's not going to be alive for a while. Here comes control of Muffin, sticking out and creating space for his team. Doggle's leading the way as well here, and yeah, they should be able to get this recap. They've locked off all the doors. And Alchem picks off Zalak. Scarlet going down here as well.
But and the medic goes down. Overseer tries to sneak behind up top, and
nice Uber from DBW. And that's gonna be a white from R5.
Yeah, that was. I think they tried to go for a back cap there, and they're trying to just get behind with the Uber, but Overseer ended up getting killed trying to make it to the top doorway, and Kawaii 5 is going to be able to take mid easily here, and also going to have a pretty big Uber advantage if they build this. But
Runaway
it doesn't
5
look like they really are.
Runaway 5 are completely locked out of second point. Like, they had no way of getting back in there, and without their demo man, it was a bit of a mistake to go back in, so.
Yeah, that was, they tried to, like, push into last with that Uber, but their demo ended up getting picked, which, you know, made them lose these 2 points.
So now it looks like Kawaii 5 have retaken middle, and both teams have evened out these Ubers, and this is that sort of that stalemate that we were talking about.
Wow, Overseer ended up actually getting advantage over DBW. I mean, these Kawaii 5 just isn't focusing on building their Ubers at all. She easily could have had like 30% Uber advantage, but they're just not been building, and I would really like to see them just build that Uber fast and push in with that advantage. So that's pretty good for Runaway 5 that they're able to get one.
Here comes the Uber now for Kawaii 5, the decent force now from Doggle. And Overseer flashing some players in, and looks like Kawaii is trying to get out. Doggle's way high in the air here, gonna get his way out, and it looks like the Scout's coming in aggressively. Decimate trying his best to get some damage in, but no, he's gonna have to back himself off. Alchem and DBW have died. 4 players down now, 5 players down now for Kawaii 5.
That's a what?
It was all Scouts there for R5.
Yeah, I really don't like those pushes where it's just Uber into Uber in the right yard. I would have liked to see Kawaii 5 try and sneak around left or something, but they just wanted to, I guess they thought their Uber would be stronger, so they just went right into them, forced the other team, but then they just ended up getting cleaned up. And Runaway 5 is going to be able to take second here easily now, and they have almost full Uber advantage.
Yeah, this is not the way we predicted the match to go. Runaway 5 are actually looking to make it 2-0 now.
Yeah, I mean, Kawaii 5 is playing strong, but their pushes just aren't coordinated, and they're just wiping on the pushes.
Here comes Runaway 5 now out the left side door. DJC gonna get dropped here by Overseer, got a little bit too far out here, and the Scout's actually taking a lot of damage as well.
This is a really bad Uber.
Well, they're backing their way off. Control of Muffin trying to push, takes down the demo man. 4 on 4 now. Kawaii 5 have successfully defended their last point. Only 2 players alive for R5.
Oh, Zalak's trying to sneak behind or something here. Runs right into the demo man. He's going for last. Oh! It's up to the demo to stop this. And he gets. Oh man, that was close.
Pretty close there. DBW has a 70% Uber advantage. They're trying to make their way into mid quickly. Meanwhile, Duatna trying to stick up the garage and slow down this push a little bit. I think a lot of players went back for Kawaii 5.
Kawaii 5 needs to use this Uber. They have 100% advantage. And look, Overseer's already to 60%. They're going so slow with these pushes. They're so scared to push in. Like, Overseer's gonna get the Uber here. Oh my gosh, this is just... they're not paying attention to this at all. This is a big mistake by them.
Yeah, not to mention they had the numbers as well.
Yeah, they're playing scared right now. I guess because they've already failed so many pushes. They kind of just want to wait for Runaway 5 to push into them and hope the fight goes better that way.
That was a clear-cut time to push, though. But still, they're only down 1 round. There's plenty of time left in the match, so not the worst decision, I guess.
Yeah.
So it looks like R5 now feeling their way through the garage and looking to make a push happen here. There is a trap up for Control of Muffin on the garage side. But it looks like R5 are really hesitant about making this push happen. It's too early to park the bus.
In the first half, yeah.
Like
we don't only have 30-minute matches.
Looks like Scarlet...
DJC's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get
DJC?
picked. Well, DJC's in right. He stays alive still. Okay, finally gets taken down.
Yeah, meanwhile, Scarlet has jumped his way in here to get that force from DBW. A lot of players are committed now for R5, and the Uber's gonna get forced by Overseer. It's a better Uber. They're trying to chase down some players. Uckham and Duckle's gonna go down here. Now it's 4-on-4. They're pushing the second point aggressively with the heals. Bottle is out for control of Muffin to try and hold out the scout. Down 4 gonna go down, but here comes Duwatna shoving out the combo. Nice job with the stickies there. The
Remedy
on the right.
Remedy flanks everyone, and what a great flank by him. Ends up cleaning up everything.
Completely missed that too.
Yeah, so now it's just both the soldiers alive for Runaway 5 hiding on middle, trying to looks like DJC is gonna be trying to get a pick here on DBW when she comes in. And they might just go for the scout. It looks like DJC's gonna die, yeah. The other soldier's committed too. Scarlet gets hit, he's only 100 HP and he's just gonna run.
That's what you were talking about earlier in the, before the match. DJC doesn't hit those basic shots, and that scout should have easily gone down.
Yeah, and Runaway 5 is looking to actually want to try and defend this. They come in and kill 2, and yeah, Kawaii 5-0 gets forced out, but they do have 90% Uber, although I haven't seen them make a push yet with this Uber advantage. It doesn't seem like they're paying attention to it at all. I would like to see them hold 2 with this, though. I hope they don't just give up 2 here with Uber.
Well, R5 now trying to poke their way in. And it looks like Kawaii 5-0 have completely vacated second point. Now they're looking to come back.
Come back in, but I mean, I hope they realize they still have advantage. Like, I would like to see them push onto their team in yard, but I mean, I just don't think they're paying attention at all. And the stickies above point here might get control of nothing. No, there's still stickies there though that Duwatna has set up, and I don't think Kawaii 5-0 know that they're there.
Yeah, they're not even checking for them, and I think it's because they bailed on 2, and then they didn't see Duwatna come in and set that trap.
Yeah, I mean, that could end up getting someone. Although it looks like Runaway 5's about to push in here. Yeah, like Uber early, both Ubers popped. And wow, both scouts down for Kawaii 5-0 now. This is not going good for them at all. They do get Scarlet. Now it's a 4-on-4 actually now, but it looks like Runaway 5 have position on 2, so they should be able to get the cap here.
Yeah, Runaway 5 played that really well. Zalex got that pick on the flank, and now they're just putting it into last. 4-on-3, here they come. DJC leading the way, trying to fight the scout here with the help of his own scout. Having trouble taking out Uckham though. Now 19 health, finally taken down by Zalox, and here comes the soldiers for Kawaii 5-0 to try and get this to work, but honestly R5 look to be in control here. What?
Remedy gets the medic, and then he ends up getting the demo, and also huge damage on that scout. But then Scarlet takes down the other team's medic, and he's on last. Wow!
Oh, big air shot.
What a shot. He didn't end up getting the cap, but he did get crazy frag footage.
I think he just earned his team's second point, though, because
yeah.
I mean, that move pulled back so many players, he got a lot of frags there, and now the recap easy for R5, and they have that Uber advantage ready to get it into last.
Yeah, and I mean, Overseer has definitely been paying attention to these advantages. I expect to see them have a good 40% advantage here with this push. She's been building it pretty fast this whole game. We see Decimate on Sniper for Kawaii 5-0, so yeah, he's going to have to go for the medic here since they're going to be pushing in with 30-40 Uber advantage.
It's incredible how fast Overseer is building that Uber, and DBW is just not keeping up.
Yeah, I mean, Overseer's playing how I love to see medics play, taking advantage of every small advantage. Or yeah. And here they come in right. She hasn't forced yet. Okay, she finally uses the Uber, but DBW's only 70%, and Runaway 5's just rolling in here, putting on so much damage. They get the first pick, and now they're just into them. And yeah, they just get the cap while they force Kawaii 5-0 back into their corner. So I mean, this game right here is a perfect example of how paying attention to Uber advantages can get you easy rounds like this. And for any, aspiring medics or any aspiring players who are trying to figure out how to, help your team play better, just pay attention to Uber advantages. You can get easy pushes like that. So
yeah. And we're seeing it on the scoreboard too. Doggles isn't doing so well at the very bottom there, and Zalox actually at the top of the board on the other side. So surprisingly good on Scout here now as we approach the third mid. 2-0 in favor of R5 now. And here they come aggressively again, bombing those soldiers. Here comes the counter bomb from Kawaii 5-0, but Controlled Muffin and Doggles gonna go down here. Overseer trying to get her way out. Does back out in the corner. And now the Scout's bombing in towards the medic. DBW in trouble here.
Uckham, oh no. Uckham missed about 10 shots, free shots he had on Overseer, and Overseer ends up staying alive on that middle.
And this is the dangerous part we're talking about. They took out the enemy medic, they kept their own up. They've already got mid capped by a scout, and they have that full Uber advantage ready to roll in the last. So R5 looking to finish out this half.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the same situation in the first round where Kawaii 5-0 took mid but kept their medic up, but they didn't even push with the Uber, and it doesn't look like Runaway 5 is going to do the same thing. They're just going to be going in here, and they already have a pick on Decimate, so this is a 5-on-6 push.
Uncharacteristic of Decimate. But
I mean,
Ika's down and...
They should have this. Uckham's really weak here on this last, only 12 HP. He's getting healed. No kills yet, really. It's a 6-on-6 still. Runaway 5 is actually starting to lose this fight, but Do Whatnot comes in. 3 big kills, and wow, he just really shuts down Kawaii 5-0's.
That was questionable at the start because they spread out their damage on all the players instead of focusing people down.
Yeah. Like, everyone on Kawaii 5-0 is weak. It was only a matter of time before they got the kills, and it did look a little sketchy for a little bit, but, you know, they did what good teams do, and they just made those pushes that you should succeed, you know, actually work. Because, I mean, they had a pick there, they had full Uber advantage. That's one that you definitely need to be winning on those pushes.
Alright, so now we're at halftime. Again, if you guys are just joining us, this is the ESEA Intermediate Playoffs. Between Kawaii 5-0 and the Runaway 5. Runaway 5 have the 3rd seed going into playoffs, and Kawaii 5-0 had that very last 8th seed. And R5 showing that they deserve that seed, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is going no way like I expected it. I thought the Scout DM for Kawaii 5-0 would turn in their favor, but it seems to be just the Ubers that are actually making it work for Runaway 5-0. They've just had such effective Ubers, as opposed to Kawaii 5-0, who have done almost nothing with any of theirs, which... I think Doggles is playing a little scared now. He doesn't have that many points, and he seems to be trying to play really cautious with all of his Ubers, which you just can't play like that. You gotta play aggressive and a little ballsy to make them work.
Yeah. If we look at the stats right now, for Kawaii 5-0, the most damage on the team actually is Remedy, the roamer, who has like 700 more damage than his demo man. So
yeah, I've noticed he's been having a pretty good game. He's gotten some good flanks, some good picks and stuff. So he's definitely the one kind of keeping them in it, even though it is a 3-0. But I feel like they can come back from it if they start just coordinating their pushes a little bit faster. If they just start taking it, you know, just paying attention to the Ubers, they could easily have won a couple rounds there.
Yeah. It just looks like, you know, from what we've seen in the match, Kawaii 5-0 are just not as coordinated, like you said, as we wanted them to be. And a little just disorganized in general.
Yeah, and, you know, I gotta give props to DJC or whoever's calling for Runaway 5. They definitely got their team organized. They're paying attention to building. They're doing, you know, all the stuff that good teams should be doing, and that's, you know, it's what's turning it in their favor.
Alright, so now we're beginning the second half. We have over 300 people watching us right now, so appreciate you guys for watching.
So yeah, we have Runaway 5 is now on blue, and Kawaii 5-0 is red.
You can have this one, Harb.
Alright, I'm gonna see what Scarlet's doing in this middle. He's just been a beast on all of these middles. He's done so much damage, so he's doing a garage rollout right, and let's see if he does an early bomb. He goes for a crazy air shot, but we already have 2 picks onto Runaway 5. This mid's not looking too great for them yet. They do get the Devilman for the opposing team, but yeah, 4 down. They just gotta go for... Okay, they get DBW, so even though they're gonna lose this mid, it looks like, yeah, even though they lose mid, they shouldn't get rolled because they ended up getting DBW.
Duwana tried to get Q or something, came out the right side to try to sticky up the right choke, and then he just got picked off right away, and then a lot of players went down for R5 quickly.
Looks like Kawaii 5-0 should be able to get second here also. Yep.
Yeah, so now both teams are going to look to even out the Ubers here. Overseer again, charging pretty quickly. DBW just up now, but should be pretty even as we going to see what Kawaii 5-0 do to finally try and get this first round.
Oh, DBW is actually on crits here, so she should have an advantage. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to build this really fast. It's not going to be that much though. And now she's not building. Like, Overseer could get herds almost in time if they don't build this fast. But okay, they'll have like 15% advantage, so they need to just completely focus the medic with this Chris at the beginning.
if you look at the health on the side of the screen, like R5 have been doing a lot of buffing, and they should really be focusing on building.
Yeah,
especially since the medic came up first. But
onto the left door, see if he can get the med with his sticky. Whiffs the first one, whiffs the second, and
oh no!
Get one pick, and oh, there's the med with Chrissy. This is looking good for Kawaii 5-0. Yeah.
Yeah, Overseer tried her best to stay alive. 93% wasn't gonna get it in time, and again, that goes back to building. It's crazy how many of these rounds are decided by Ubers, and
I love seeing it. This is why I say I hate playing medic, but things like this are what make the class so interesting. How to completely win rounds for you just by really small things that most people don't notice. And DBW is running crits to this middle still, so she should have advantage if they do this. So I'm gonna watch Scarlet again this middle, see if he can do a little bit better than he did last round.
Here they come now. R5 very aggressively down the left side. Yeah, Scarlet goes down, but actually Zalex is able to pick off the medic. DBW still 4-on-4, more fracking classes alive for Kawaii 5-0, but they're just trying to clean up these kills. Duat's gonna go down on the point, and R5 have backed their combo out in exchange for their mid.
Overseer does stay up, but they lose the mid fight, so... Yeah,
I like this move by Decimate here. He's getting really aggressive. He's up in the stairs now, on the lunchbox, on 2, and he might try and make a play.
He's just gonna try to go for a force here. This could end up really good for them. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna check up there. He's got it. Oh! Hit the meat!
Hit him in the meat! Oh, there
yeah. Well, I shouldn't say yeah. I gotta be impartial, but I love seeing plays like that.
Yeah, that was really well done.
Still on crits. Wow.
Well, Kawaii 5-0 have that Uber advantage, and looks like R5 are trying to make this push happen. They're out through their left choke. Very aggressive. Duat takes down DBW, the medic. Goggles down as well here, so Kawaii 5-0 can't even hold on the mid now. R5 so aggressive. Looks like Remedy going down as well.
Overseer stays left with like 5 HP. Wow. So, yeah, that was pretty good by them. Even though they got forced, they were just able to just go in without the Uber and just get the kills. And they ended up, picking DBW also. So.
Well, the incredible part was they got forced on their second point and took it all the way to mid. Trap from Control of Muffin isn't going to go here. R5 trying to get this corner cap. They've shoved their players in now, and looks like Kawaii 5-0 are not in a position to contest this point here. R5 going to get that corner to go after all.
And they have the Uber also, yep.
So here they come into last, 50% advantage for them. And they're pushing it out that left door. Haven't been forced yet. They're actually getting pretty far in now, finally forcing onto DJC. DJC pushing across, taking down Doggles. Now they're aggressive on the combo. Control Muffin gonna go down here. They're forcing the point here. Outcome takes down Scarlet and Duatna though. And here comes the bombs now. Remedy finishing off Overseer. They might be able to hold this.
Scouts? Remedy, the scouts dancing around on his head. Wow, what a hold. I thought for sure they were gonna lose that last defense, but both scouts stayed alive.
What they did really well was they forced that Uber and then they backed away, kited it pretty well, and then the bombs came in. I mean, they gave up their medic doing it, but well played.
Yeah, and they were able to retake 2 also, and yeah, DBW is again on crits. She's only been able to actually use it once. She's died the other 2 times before she's gotten it. So I actually like this switch here, though. As long as they don't lose their players here, they pick DJC. Oh. Wow.
A complete dry push here off of that door, recognizing there was no trap. Soldiers coming in now to finish up these kills. Xalox goes down. Overseer's the only one alive, trying to run away through mid. Scout's gonna be able to catch it. Yep. Wow, Remedy picking up those kills.
Yeah, Remedy being really impressive so for this game. Former Devilman switched to Roamer. But
also, if you look at the scoreboard, DBW has less points than both the scouts.
We have 2 pick classes here. We have a spy and a sniper both hiding in forward spawn. I don't know about this.
This is like the Mackie play, but to the next level. The spy's gonna come out the forward spawn there and reveal the sniper.
Yeah, the sniper misses. He's still hiding in there though. He finally back spawns, but the spy here.
What?
He gets the soldier. Okay.
That was so weird.
You know, that's a decent pick. But here comes the crits now, and not a lot with it, but they are able to take 2. And I would like to see them just keep pushing last, do another dry push. Neither of them Uber, and they have 1 pick, or it's a 5-on-5. And it looks like they're just going to send a suicide in. A couple of scouts, they're just going to go for the med, which they do get Overseer. So now they're just going to try and hold 2 here.
Wow. Remedy did a great job coming out the top and turning heads, getting a lot of height there. And the scout came in to finish that one off, so
Yeah,
looks
Runaway
like
5 trying to push back in here, but they have no heals, and you know they're so weak. But Kawaii 5 finally gets spawns, and they have huge crits advantage, so you know they can just push back in here with it easy.
this could be really dangerous. Although Kawaii 5 need to move a little bit quicker so they can use that crits. They're already gonna have it now, and they're not even peeking into the second point yet.
Oh yeah, they're sneaking around bottom left here.
R5
like
know that crits
Nobody
is there too.
sees them yet.
No, they know they are crits, so they just completely back themselves out. The crits is now used on last. DJC jumping in the air to try and get rockets in. Looks like the bomb coming from Scarlet trying to get a pick as well, but not gonna get anything there.
2 down for Runaway 5, and yeah, they're just gonna keep coming in. Remedy does another bomb in, gets some huge damage out on the scout and demo. Now it's Decimate's trying to run around, but they aren't getting any kills. Everyone on Runaway 5 is so weak, they're all like at 10 HP, but they're somehow managed to keep like almost everyone alive on that push. Wow. And they're gonna try and push back in here with Uber, it looks like. They're all coming towards the left door.
Well, looks like R5 are deciding not to push. Both teams are gonna have this Uber. It's gonna be pretty even. But here they come now, actually, towards the point. Sorry, Downpour gonna go down. Zalak down as well, so no scouts alive.
And both 2 scout back up. And yeah, they forced the Uber for Overseer. And I guess DVW used this crits for some reason. I think she thought they were closer. And I guess Control Muffin at the end of it ends up getting Duwatna as he tries to peek into the door, so it wasn't completely wasted.
Yeah, they might actually try to make this happen here because their Demo Man is down for R5.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge pick for pushing to last, and I'd love to see them going on it, but I guess they're just gonna... I think they think that they have crits advantage, but they don't.
Well, it looks like Soldier's trying to peek out here. Doggle's gonna get taken down though by Duwat and DJC.
Doggles just isn't having that great of a game. Like, I've seen plays like that happen to him all game. He's trying to peek on something and then he just gets killed from like a person that he doesn't even see. He's just been getting really unlucky this game.
Looks like here comes 550 with that crits creep. Controlled Muffin forces the Uber from Overseer. Gets jumped though by both the soldiers. And now it looks like R5 might be trying to move with this Uber. They've got a lot of lit players for 550. And they do have a soldier now. Doggles, or not, sorry, came up as a heavy. Remedy goes down, DVW down as well here. Looks like R5 just completely pushed their way past second point and get that cap.
Yeah, that was...
Heavy was too late.
Oh, Controlled Muffin's gonna get picked too here. He does get Duwatna, so they trade demos, but you know, they're completely wiped. Although it looks like they'll be able to hold second here.
Yeah, here they are. Looks like R5 get the mid cap after all. 40% advantage for them. They look like they want to move. They're already in the garage pushing out, and they're trying to sneak into left guard. DGC has already made the move there. Scarlet joining, and Overseer close behind.
Oh yeah, this is good by them. If they can get behind with this Uber, or just go right into them, you know, they have full Uber advantage here pretty much. Yeah. This should be really good for them.
Looks like they want to get a scatter on this too. The Uber is popped onto DJC, forcing the combo out there. Zalax goes down to Remedy on the flank. And this Uber is not looking too good for Runaway 5, actually. Duwatna, at the very end of it, taking down Remedy from behind, but...
Yeah, looks like about to be a dual soldier bomb by Runaway 5. They sent both soldiers in towards DVW. Not doing a lot with that, though, and actually that's going to let Kawaii 5 probably push back in here. Even though Runaway 5 do have a heavy hiding in... Ooh, wow.
Great trap! Takes down the Demo Man and the Pocket. Duwatna with a third kill onto Uckham, and now here's... That situation's completely turned around. Yeah. R5 getting into last now. Here they come with the heavy in tow. Uber is forced by DVW. Overseer trying to back out alive here. Oh, they sacrificed the demo for that one. The heavy is able to hold off the rest of these players here. DJC actually trying to come in aggressive with the scout. Downpour and Scarlet jumping in. And this looks like the round for R5 here. They're all over the point. The respawners for Kawaii 50 can't really stop it. The Uber is popped by Overseer.
This heavy, it just doesn't stop. Maybe he's out of ammo actually. But the soldier bombs in, but you know, Heavy has too much HP.
Oh.
And so
that was a crazy round there. Well, actually both teams really trying to move in transition, but like making a ton of mistakes along the way. And
when did Kawaii 50 get around? Did I zone out for a while there? I must have.
They rolled it into last. Anyways, the score is 4-1. R5 in the lead.
I thought it was 3-0 still. Whoops. But yeah, so we're at match point now. for Runaway 5.
Yeah, it looks like DVW is going to be running that crits again as we get into this 6th minute. Both teams facing off against each other on this short corridor here. Downpour jumps in aggressively to take down the Demoman. Control Muffin, but both Demomans have gone down. Oh my gosh, with the equalizer kill, Doggles takes down DJC.
Remedy's just been nuts this game. He's getting so many picks to keep his team in it, but... And here's actually... They have crits here? I want to see what they're going to do with this.
R5 coming back in now with their scouts, actually.
Oh, this could be a mistake if... yeah, Overseer might be able to escape though, and she's running. Looks like she'll be able to make it out there. Could have been a huge mistake if one of those crit rockets would have caught her. But they get the crits forced by Kawaii 5-0, so now they have full Uber advantage to try and retake mid with, or at least hold 2 with.
Yeah, and it's still 5-on-5 here, so they can move it. Looks like Scarlet trying to peek that garage, but deciding better of it. It looks like actually Kawaii 5-0 might try and move to make a force here. They're actually all in the garage. Not scared of that Uber at all, actually. Scarlet's gonna go down to control Muffin's pipe, and actually this is gonna kind of even itself out.
The push from left, and they get forced pretty early, and they actually lose 2 players. This is not going to be good. I think Kawaii 5-0 is... Never mind, I thought they were trying to push behind or something with it.
Well, Decimate's trying to make a move behind here, 1v1ing against Zalox and winning. Alchem takes down DJC as well here, actually, which is surprising, but...
This should be a round for Kawaii 5-0. They just need to start pushing last tier, just get everyone moving.
And,
here comes the crits. Launch it off, get the whatnot. Yeah, this is round. Even if they lose their medic, which they don't. So, Kawaii 5-0 is still in this. 4-2. You know, they can come back, but they just can't afford to wipe that middle here. Or if they do, they need to make sure they get Overseer. They just can't let the other team win mid and have full Uber advantage.
About 15 minutes left in the half, so there's plenty of time for that to happen. And yeah, DVW really likes this crit streak.
Yeah, it's been working. You know, they didn't win like any rounds on Uber, but now they switch crits. It's working. And
Duana trying to find damage on mid, but not really getting much there. R5 taking height. Zalox takes down control of Muffin the Demo Man. And actually looks like Duana able to push across and take down Decimate as well. Looks like Downpour taking out Remedy. Wow, more picks coming in for R5. Looks like only DVW and Alchem alive. DVW barely escaped with like 6 health.
Yeah, those rollers. But, you know, this isn't going to do much to help them defend unless Alchem hits some crazy carnage shots and meat shots with his crits. But yeah, they're just going to lose 2 here also.
And now R5 have captured the second point. Here they are looking to get into last, and DVW is on the crits. They haven't used it yet, and this is going to be trouble.
I would like to see them use it here while R5 doesn't have all their players. It looks like they're going to. Yeah, they forced it. Control of Muffin has to stay alive here, and they actually get 1 pick also. This is actually pretty good for them.
Yeah, and actually good crit stickies here to trap out the Demo Man Duwatna. Oh, looks like... What?
Uh-oh.
Trouble now, R5 coming in, taking down control of Muffin and Decimate. They have the picks that they need. It's 3-on-2. They have the heals too. They get to the point, and this is...
Can he take down the Demo?
He has good help.
Actually... Uh-oh. This looks like... And here comes the Ubersoft. Only fitting, I'd say, because Overseer played pretty amazing that whole match.
Yeah, really well played by R5. Finish it off, and...
Yep,
5-2. I think I predicted that one in the reverse, though.
Yeah, close enough.
We'll call it as a miss.
Well, I guess that means I'm actually closer since I thought it'd be 5-3 for Kawaii 5-0. So,
alright.
Yeah.
So that means Kawaii 5-0. Yeah, Kawaii 5-0 are knocked out of the playoffs. Runaway 5 advance onwards to try. They need one more match if they want to be in the money. They're going to face the winner of tomorrow night's match. That'll be Mario Party Pros versus Snailboat's Boat. That'll be here on Team Fortress TV as well, tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern, I believe. So catch us then, and bring up the stats here. Yeah,
so I'm taking a look at, for Runaway 5, it seems like, you know, they didn't really have a standout player. All of them, frags-wise, they're pretty even. They all, you know, they all played pretty well that game. If I had to say one player for Runaway 5 that did really well, I'd have to give it to Duwatna. He had some crazy traps that ended fights around, and he ended up doing like what, over I guess he only did like 500 more than the other Demo Man, but
he still played pretty well.
Yeah, just some of his traps and stuff really completely swayed how the fights were going, and
And
I
on the
guess
other side,
Overseer also definitely, I think, helped their team a lot just by like staying alive and getting those Uber advantages.
on the other side, I mean, Remedy played a pretty excellent game despite losing. Good forces, good damage there as well. And the scouts for Kawaii 5 were a little disappointing. I mean, they're still pretty good, but it really came down to the Ubers. Kawaii 5 just didn't build it as effectively at times, and the crit creep plays got a little predictable near the end. So
Yeah, in the first half they were just really slow with all their Ubers, and then they switched the crits, which ended up getting them a couple rounds. But Runaway 5 caught on to it, and crits only get you so far, and they eventually just ended up countering it and winning those final rounds. So really good showing by Runaway 5. Definitely proved me wrong.
all right, so I think that's gonna be it for us. This is my first time casting with Harblu, the winningest player of all time, right, Harb?
Thanks for hooking me up a little bit. I guess you could say so, at least in North America. I know in Europe they got some of those players that have been around forever, Darn and stuff, former Dignitas.
Thanks for casting alongside me, Mr. Slyn, the losingest player of all time, and we had Shark Talk on camera. Catch us tomorrow night, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific, and that'll be a great match between Mario Party Pros and Snowboat's Boat. But thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.
Yep, thanks.